Never give up, your breakthrough is coming. The night was heavy with silence, except for the sound of snow crunching under hurried footsteps. New York City's streets glowed under the cold orange of streetlights, steam rising from manholes, yellow cabs honking impatiently at one another. The city looked alive, but inside a cramped apartment in Queens, life felt suffocating. Arif Ahmed sat hunched over at the edge of his bed, his cracked hands covered in grease and paper cuts. His body ached from the day's work, food deliveries by bike in the freezing wind, and then a late-night shift at a convenience store. The heater in the room rattled but gave little warmth. Arif had come to America from Pakistan chasing a dream. A dream that one day his little daughter, Alicia, would have everything he never had. Back home, he was a bright student, passionate about engineering, full of ideas and energy. But here, in the land of opportunity, everything had to start from scratch. Degrees didn't count, connections were missing, and survival pushed him into jobs that drained both body and spirit. Some nights, when exhaustion dug too deep, the question haunted him, did I make a mistake? Was this dream just a cruel illusion? The breaking point. One particularly brutal winter evening, Arif's bicycle chain snapped while delivering a late-night order. He fell hard on the icy pavement, bruising his knee badly. The customer yelled at him for being late, tossed the pizza box back at him, and slammed the door. Sitting there in the snow, his breath fogging up the freezing air, Arif felt something break inside him. That night, limping back home, he found Alicia waiting awake. She was only 10, her big eyes wide with worry. She had placed her school books on the table, hoping her father would help her with math like he used to. But when she saw his swollen knee and trembling hands, she simply sat quietly beside him. "Baba," she whispered, "don't give up. You always tell me that stars only shine when the night is darkest." Her words cut through his despair like light through fog. But at that moment, all Arif could do was hold her hand and nod. Deep inside, he didn't believe anymore. An unexpected chance. Weeks passed. Arif continued to work, barely making rent. Then one day, while stocking shelves in the store, he noticed a flyer taped to the counter, "Community Business Pitch Contest, win 10,000 to start your dream." Arif laughed bitterly. "People like me don't win things like this." He crumpled it and threw it away. But Alicia, curious, picked it up later and read it carefully. That evening, she handed it back to him. "Baba, you have ideas all the time. You tell me about machines that could save energy, apps that could help delivery workers. Why don't you try?" He shook his head. "I don't even speak English perfectly. They'll laugh at me." But Alicia's eyes filled with tears. "You always tell me never to quit. If you don't try, how will you ever know?" Those words haunted him that night. He remembered his younger self back in Lahore, sketching inventions in notebooks, dreaming of solving problems. Something stirred inside him. Maybe, just maybe, this was his one shot. The struggle to rise. For 2 weeks straight, Arif worked double shifts by day and prepared his pitch by night. He wrote his notes in broken English, asked a neighbor to correct them, and practiced again and again in front of Alicia. His idea was simple but powerful, a mobile app to connect small delivery workers to restaurants directly, cutting middleman fees and ensuring fair pay. The night before the contest, he almost gave up. His accent was heavy, his slides amateurish. He felt like a fraud among people with perfect suits and polished presentations. But Alicia squeezed his hand and whispered, "Baba, you belong here. Don't give up." The breakthrough. The day of the contest, Arif stood nervously on stage. Lights blinded him, and a panel of judges stared coldly. His voice trembled at first, but as he spoke about delivery workers biking through storms, about men and women risking their health for pennies, something shifted. His own pain poured into his words. He wasn't just pitching an idea, he was telling his story. By the time he finished, the room was silent. For a long moment, he thought he had failed. Then one of the judges, a woman in her 40s, leaned forward. Her eyes softened. "My father was an immigrant delivery worker too," she said quietly. "Your idea isn't just good, it's necessary." That night, when they announced the winner, Arif's name echoed through the hall. Alicia jumped from her seat, running to hug him as tears streamed down his face. A new dawn. Months later, Arif's app gained traction. Investors noticed. Restaurants signed up. Delivery workers, who once earned scraps, now received fair pay. Arif wasn't rich overnight, but for the first time in America, he felt dignity. One evening, he sat on the balcony of their now bigger apartment. Snow was falling again, just like that night he almost quit. Alicia leaned against him, smiling. "Baba," she said, "see, I told you. Stars only shine in the darkest nights." Arif looked at the city skyline, glittering under the winter sky, and whispered to himself, "Never give up, your breakthrough is always closer than you think."